Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Husam X Tom X Kopish stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to talk about tonight's game against PSG. We're also, of course, going to be looking forward to the final next week. We're going to be talking about the game that just happened recently against Southampton. You get me? So yeah, that's basically the topics for today. So make sure you guys are liking the video, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. And we actually have a monumentous occasion for the first time in this show's history. For the first time in this show's history, Tom Little is the one that's late. This never ever happened before, ever in history. But for the first time ever, it's actually Tom that's late. It's not Callum and it's not Matt. So joining me first, I have to introduce my partner first, innit? Even though you're here first, you're a fraud. No, but he's my partner. I just have to do what's right. You get me? The one member of Kopish that knows ball. No, I'm just joking. That's just too much. That's just too much. You get me? But he's my partner on here. You get me? I absolutely love working with him. He knows it as well. The man, the myth, the legend, man, like Matt. How you doing, Matt?
What's going on, bro? Bless up each and every time. And yeah, do you know what? I'll be real. I am the only one that knows ball on the channel. I'm keeping it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Now, big up to Kyle, big up to Drift. Listen, it's just opinions at the end of the day, innit? You agree with me or you don't agree with me, innit? But it is what it is, innit? But now, big up the chat each and every time. And yeah, man, let's get this show started, my bro.
If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong.
Yeah, it's fine, innit? It's fine if you don't agree, bro. Honestly, it's fine. You know them, so it's cool, bro.
And joining us next, of course, semi-retired from his MMA performances on the Sanderson show and now ready to talk football again. You get me? He's back here. Absolutely. I genuinely love working with Callum so much. You get me? And I hope he sent £1 to Jamie Phillips and £1 to... Bro, why I keep forgetting his name? What's the name of the other guy, the third guy on the MMA channel?
Oh, what, Luke Tanner?
Luke, yes.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
you
yeah,
sent Luke
£1.
£1. And you sent Jamie Phillips £1. You get me? I hope you did that. Well, like Callum is in the building. Hi there, Callum.
Sorry, can I just say I was the first one to arrive today?
He was.
Oh, you're doing that? One of them ones. Oh,
No, I'm not throwing anyone else under the bus. I'm just saying I was number one in it. That's all I'm saying.
What about the last 5 to 6 weeks?
What about the last 15 episodes? Like,
what about the last 15?
You only give you the last performance, they say.
Oh, okay.
Callum, you want to know what's funny? You remind me of people who go like, "Did you apologize to Nunez?" That's what you remind me of right now.
Yeah, bro.
Like the one time you score,
wait,
you get
wait,
me.
look, before is Tom in the background or?
No, he's not.
All right, listen. Now it's just
He is now.
Yeah, I can't do the defending him stuff anymore. I can't. Like, I'm getting cooked every week. He's coming out with new information every week. Husam, you're coming out with new information every week. Please, if there's anything you're going to like leak on him today, at least put it in the private chat so I have some heads up in it. Because right now I'm getting cooked.
Fun you say that, yeah. Literally, just before Tom's right, this is gonna be perfect. I need to see Tom's response. So big up CF Bayern. He says Liverpool have Dortmund defender Schlotterbeck on their list. Ooh. Yeah, cool, which is calm because he's a good defender. Yeah. Tom quote tweets it. Yes, a million times yes. That turns me on so much. Oh my days. Yeah, that's your crime partner. Pause. But yeah, that's a big pause, bro.
Come on, my man Tom's in the building. What's good, bro?
What's going on, Thomas?
How you doing, Tom, bro? Welcome.
I feel like I wasn't supposed to hear that part of the conversation that happened just before. It's like I'm the guy in the interrogation room. My lawyers went in behind and someone's pressed the button to keep the fucking microphone on. I just hear my lawyer slagging me up behind me back. Then he walks through like, "Yes, my guy."
Why was slagging you off? Because Sam said you wasn't in the background.
No, I said he just came in.
No, he said he just landed. Like, when you said that, he said he just landed. And you continue to
cook.
You know, it's good jokes, bro.
Do people want me to address the thing that was just brought up?
I don't think you need to, Tom. I don't think you need
to.
No,
I stand by it.
You don't need to, Tom. I know you're only messing about. I know you don't need to. You just rate him. I rate him as well.
Nico Schlotterbeck. This is a top-level defender we're on about. I was thinking we were going to end up with fucking... Right, you know what? 1-0.
It's like a new abbreviation.
1-0.
Yeah, it's like a new one.
I'll give you that one. 1-0.
You know, you gotta
1-0,
play now
1-0
the
to
video
chat,
of
1-0.
Bob on the other guy's shoulders.
1-0.
No need to
I'll give you that
explain,
one.
Tom. Just let it be there. Let it marinate. You get me?
I'll give you that one. 1-0. 1-0. Good goal.
Do you know what? Someone in the chat got me earlier. They said I was sleeping with Sabozla sheets and all that as well. So I get it. Man.
Yeah, I saw. Listen, my chat. Listen,
you got to
this
bear in mind my
community is the
reaction
most
though.
toxic community on YouTube. We're a bunch of
I
toxic
was thinking we
people,
were going
very
to put
lovely.
like fucking Hasso at centre back, little 6 foot Hasso as a Premier League centre back.
6 foot's not.
And I'm getting told no, because
6
you got to
foot
bear
is
in mind
little.
for a Premier League centre back it is.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, all right, maybe. Yeah.
Nah,
maybe.
he's right.
And then I'm
right.
getting
I
offered,
agree with him.
and I'm getting told, but after Nico Schlotterbeck,
Are actually
Probably the
all the
best
Premier
player in
League
the
centre backs
Bundesliga.
smaller than
Come
6
on.
foot? Like,
Oh, look at Shanti's. Look at Shanti's.
What? Oh my days! No, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro.
Cal, fight back! You're my lawyer. Fight back!
Why is my picture on this? Who did this? Who
Nah,
done that? Why
this
is
is
my
crazy.
picture on that?
the
That's
thing
crazy.
is about this channel is we have an army of editors.
No, but I don't even support England, and I'd never have another man's on my shoulders. Like, how have I been dragged into this? I wasn't even there.
Are you not his
Bro.
lawyer?
Yeah, but I'm his lawyer. I wasn't there though.
He's defending
Can you
himself
factually
here.
prove that? Your Scouse as well. That's the part.
By
that
the way,
disappoints
that's
me the
technically not
most.
an England chance.
Oh my
It's not an England chance.
Yeah, man.
That's not an England chance.
Cow, by the guy off our picture, Cow, you was there.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't, bro.
But that's blatantly you. Sorry, Husam. Can you just show that picture again?
Yeah, that's
Cow
literally you, Callum. That's
there.
literally
Can
you.
bring the
This is
picture
not-
again, bro. One more time.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
it up right now. We're gonna 100%
Cow,
gonna bring it
you
right
tell
there.
me that's not you right there.
That's you.
I'll be honest. Whoever's done the editing has actually done a really good job there. I can't.
That is definitely you, bro.
They've done a fantastic.
That is definitely you, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Might look a
It's
bit out
okay.
of proportion, but it's definitely you, bro.
I was here to talk about the football, man. What's going on? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I thought we were here to talk about the football as well. You get me? By the way, the things I want to do for, with, and to Alison Becker consensually, of course, is near on endless and limitless.
Mhm.
Someone said that.
Again, you're acting like I regret that.
limitless.
You're
Yeah,
acting
he
like I
said
regret that
limitless.
tweet.
Oh my days,
Limitless
bro.
is
That's
insane.
That is
Big up, Tom, though. Tom and Callum late, looking for a friend at an England game, is what Fonzie is saying.
I can only apologise, Cal. Like you're getting dragged as much as I am here.
Exactly, Tom. That's why I need heads up. If you're gonna do
I need
something
to
mad,
hear
I
Carl
need to
say
know
it.
in advance.
I need
No.
to hear Cal say, don't apologize anymore. Just do better.
Yeah, just do better. Yeah, exactly. I'm not disappointed. I'm just done with you, Tom. I'll see you lot Sunday. Big up Husam, Eagles of Fraud. Yeah, big up Philip. Listen,
Yeah, I saw you
I get
cooking
it.
this time. I saw you.
You
Cooking,
got your. I did.
I didn't see that actually. What was that?
I
Was oh, you cooked him?
Yeah.
The shit out of Egal. There are 2 videos, the best 25 minutes of all your lives. That's how good that is. I swear to God, I'm not even joking. Like this
Swear
is
that,
like
alright, I need to
wedding
go
level.
check that. What was it on your
It's
channel?
like-
Was it on your channel?
Yeah. Just go
Okay.
to after the stream. Just go to
Yeah.
videos as you're eating your food or doing whatever.
Yeah.
First part, I gave a monologue where I debunked all the shit he says,
Yeah.
and the second part, I had like 3 mic drop moments on his head top. So yeah, we
Yeah.
completely
You know what-
cooked all
Do you
the
know what
narratives.
killed me? Do you know what killed me in that whole thing? When you were speaking about getting win now players and you were speaking and Lewis just goes, I only know 16-year-old Brazilians. Lewis's timing is immaculate and his
That
facial
is, yeah.
expression never changes. I don't know how he does it, but he's
Because he's
brilliant.
so monotone, isn't it?
Yeah, but
he
he's
just-
not an act, it just is who
No,
he
that's
is.
just who
Like,
he is, though. No, but
that's
Lewis
who
is
he
Yeah.
hilarious.
Lewis drops the one-liners in
Oh,
the
yeah.
correct time with the correct tone and the
Yeah.
correct facial expressions. That's
Perfection.
why it's funny.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's very hilarious.
To be fair, it was funny watching a guy go through the 5 stages of grief in an entire weekend with the Premier League title.
Bro, we clipped him up. We gave receipts, and then I cooked him as well, and uploaded both receipts. You get me? So it's a great day.
what's been funny is the Arsenal fans now asking him, why don't you want Arteta sacked anymore? And he just goes, I don't know. It's just, there's no logic behind it.
There's no, it's what I'm saying.
I hear it. Anyway, listen, forget Arsenal. Let's talk about European royalty.
No, but the thing is, he generally said I'd sack him if anyone finished above us in the league. Because he didn't think it was possible. And when it's happened, he's went, shit, I didn't actually believe that at the time. What do I say now?
Yeah, I hear you. Because at the time, no one thought that was going to happen. Listen, it is what it is.
I predicted us to finish first.
So, let's talk about... let's talk about... Yeah, go on, sorry.
If Scholetterbeck is a thing, do you reckon we do it as a club? He's got 2 years left. We can
start off with Scholetterbeck if you want to go for it.
Callum. He's got 2 years left on his deal. Do you reckon we do it? Because isn't it crazy yesterday? Like, this is what we were speaking about.
Yeah.
That's the name I've been saying. Like,
he's already jinxed it. Fuck.
No. I'll tell you why. No. It doesn't apply. I'll tell you why. I've got a back count on this one. Yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't apply?
No, it doesn't apply.
It's real. Are you trying to deny it?
All right, let me rephrase it. I'm going to debunk. No, we're going to try. I'm going to try my best to debunk this. Because here's the killer. Me and Cal, I think during one of our members' vids, we were going through centre backs. This is about 2 years ago, Cal? Year and a half ago?
Yeah, maybe.
When we was talking about Bastoni. So I was going through a list of names. And me and Cal kind of narrowed it down to either Scholetterbeck or Bastoni. And we said either or we wouldn't mind the club signing. And you said that time ago. So it's not a thing where you just said it and read that.
Bastoni would be my first choice. Bastoni.
Yeah, I remember you saying Bastoni, and Scholetterbeck was kind of like mine at that point.
But even I remember you mentioning Scholetterbeck long ago. I think you mentioned him like last summer, by the way. Genuinely. You probably said it last summer. So.
I know Cal mentioned Scholetterbeck last summer because he was going on about Scholetterbeck and Stiller together. And I backed Cal on the Stiller one. I know the man above me didn't, but I backed Cal on the Stiller one. It looks like both have legs this summer. So,
how good has Scholetterbeck been this season, though, guys? I haven't really seen him this season, if I'm being honest.
Up and down.
It's hard to judge because Dortmund have been shit.
Yeah.
Like they've been really bad under Nuri Sahi, and then I think they've got like Niko Kovac, the former Bayern manager now, and they're talking about sacking him. So it's not been a great stable environment. I mean, he led them to a Champions League final last season. You know, that's got to count for Sutton as a centre back alongside Hummels at point. So there's a really good player there. He's like 25, he'll be 26 soon, which means that he's still got a number of good years to go. The only thing I question about it is he gonna join and be happy to be third choice, or does this mean that we are thinking that because he plays on the left of our back two, we know who plays on the left of our back two at the minute? Are we now trying to get ahead of the Van Dijk thing and start, counting down how long he's got left at the top? Because as good as Nico Scholetterbeck is, he's not better than Van Dijk. Unless Schlotterbeck's happy to bide this time for a couple of years and be the backup and come in when Canate inevitably gets injured, I don't know what the situation is going to be like there. But if you can get him in, I think you'd have to. If our defence this summer, if you can somehow keep Trent, which I don't think can happen, but if you can keep Trent and you add Kerkez and Schlotterbeck, wow, you've fixed your defence right up there.
Quick question: who do you think is better right now? Like I said, obviously you're giving a quick kind of brief sort of look at Scholetterbeck, but you see Huijsen's having a good season, and Kyle, you spoke about him even last summer as well. Do you think there's better value in Huijsen, even though he's younger, obviously, more potential as well, and knows the Prem, or do you still feel like Scholetterbeck, if you was to pick one of the two, would be the better signing?
Why not both?
I know, but I've got to be realistic, bro.
I get that, but I'm thinking long term. Van Dijk, as good as Van Dijk is, we've probably got 2 more years of Van Dijk at the football club if he signs a new deal.
Yeah.
If you bring in Scholetterbeck and then give Huijsen, because I don't think Huijsen's ready for Liverpool yet.
I think he needs at least another year in the Premier League first. Now the question comes: if you wait that other year, are you gonna give other teams the opportunity to come in for him?
You are, because the release clause is this summer, 50 million euros, not even pounds.
So then maybe that's where you take a gamble and do a deal where you sign him and loan him back. I don't think Husam is ready or is at the level Schlotterbeck is yet as a footballer. I think he can get there.
Yeah. But
I also think that if we're giving Van Dijk and Salah new deals, they're 32 and 33. I don't want to be... I want to try and maximise what I've got with them. So I'd rather sign the guy who's a bit more of a win-now player, who can come in and be a more ready-made partner, and then have the option of Husam in the future, and sign Husam now and have Van Dijk spending the last 2 years of his contract trying to nurture Husam and mould him into a different position. Plus, I think Husam plays on the right-hand side of the back too, whereas Schlotterbeck plays on the left.
I've seen him and I've seen him on the left and I've seen him on the right. I didn't even realize he's both footed as well.
Yeah,
you know?
He's naturally
both footed because like there was times when he was receiving the ball and I noticed it. He'd receive it with his left foot, then he'd receive it with his right. And you know, normally if you are more predominantly on foot, you're gonna see the person use the stronger foot. With him, it didn't really matter. The only thing I question about Husam is a little bit of lack of pace. However, when I saw him having to go up against someone the other day,
I thought Zabani played on the left.
No, sometimes I see him on the left side and I see him play on the right.
I don't know why. I've thought
who was Bournemouth's last game against? Who was Bournemouth's last game?
Spurs, right?
Was it Spurs?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, 2-2.
Someone tried to burn past him, and I'm not gonna lie, he actually had decent recovery pace because you got to remember, yes, he hasn't got a quick turn of feet, but because he's 6'5", he's got the long stride pattern, a bit like a Joel Matip. He's not as slow as you think, and he's combative as well. And one thing I like about him for his young age is that he's got a good positional awareness as well.
Yeah,
like he's got a good reading of the game at 19. So
Husam is a very good footballer, but I've been a big fan of Nico Schlotterbeck for a while. I know that the football club have. I've been a big fan of him for a while. I think that he's the kind of guy that you bring in and you win with. I mean, he was a starting centre-back as Dortmund went to a Champions League.
He's a floor raiser, is what you're saying.
I don't use the terms like that. What do you want me to say now? Oh, phase four on his
feeling raiser, floor raiser.
You know? I just say he's a good player who comes.
Me and Tom started, by the way, me and Tom 3 years ago. Win now player. Just like people, why everyone trying to act like a smartass on YouTube?
Yeah.
And it just pisses me off, to be honest with you. Just say win now player. That's it. Hanchko is slow as hell. He's slower than like.
Oh yeah, David Hanko from Feyenoord.
So
no, we don't want. No, we don't.
The only other thing I could think of with Schlotterbeck is he hasn't done it for a while. Like, but when Schlott was at Feyenoord, he turned Hanko into a backup left back at points as well. So if his starting left back couldn't play, and he go on to a little bit more stability, he'd play Schlotterbeck. He'd play Hanko as the left back.
Yeah.
Schlotterbeck used to play at left back for Freiburg. So I'm thinking maybe that's another thing that the club are looking at there in the case of right now, Joe Gomez could do it, but he's a right foot on the left. I don't think Arne Slott's a big fan of that. Is Schlotterbeck the guy that we're looking at as a guy who can do pretty much across the back line? And I mean, I don't think he can do it, but we might even be looking at him as like an emergency DM option in the same sort of breath because we're not football clubs like trying to get players who can cover 3-4 different positions. So
I don't know if we do that under Slot as much, you know. I think Slot prefers specialists. He prefers some utility play. He does like to have. I think you have to have utility players in every team, but I think Slot is someone who prefers specialists in specialist positions.
Excuse me, you can see it as well. You see the PSG game. If there's one thing in this PSG game, regardless of, I mean, I still expect it to go through, but let's win, lose, or draw, regardless, you can see why he wanted Zubimendi. You know, you can see it because even though we know about PSG, see from a technical standpoint, I don't like the fact of I have this even a feeling now, even the game tonight. So it's kind of fast forward, but I feel like they're gonna dominate possession, in my opinion. I could be so wrong, by the way, they could get overwhelmed, but I feel like you're right, Cal. He wants specialists in specific roles, and the reason why he wanted Zubimendi is because he really wants to control the game. Whereas the players that we have, we can control it at times, but there's times when we just get.
I don't think
know what the
Zubimendi
word
controls
is.
that game in Paris, though. I think that game
No,
in Paris was
Zubimendi
just...
definitely helps control it because Zubimendi's a different. Zubimendi can get the ball, and because he's got the awareness, like say it's under pressure. You see, like what Vitinha does, for example. Not maybe Vitinha's a bit more low center of gravity, but say when you're getting pressed, McAllister, as great as he is, when he gets pressed, can't really like swivel on a half turn and then go away from you. Zubimendi's got a little bit of that, and not only that, is passing. That's what it is. It's the passing range. McAllister's better when he's going towards goal rather than back away.
I think that PSG game, you could have had Zubimendi in the midfield. It wouldn't have meant they're all shit, by the way. You could have had Zubimendi in that game, but it wouldn't have changed the thing because Zubimendi breaks the press and then plays it to Diaz, who fucks it up anyway, or plays it to Jota, who can't hold up the ball anyway. The problem wasn't to get out the press. The problem was that when we got out the press, because I think you got to bear in mind we had like 5, 6, 7 real counter-attacking opportunities that we fucked up because the players couldn't keep hold of it further up the pitch. Zubimendi doesn't make Mohamed Salah beat Nuno Mendes one-on-one. He doesn't make Luis Diaz not be an idiot in a one-on-one. There have been games where Zubimendi would have been beneficial. I think United at home was one of them ones this season, where if you could have put Gravenberch further forward and had a guy behind them who could just do the dictating of the tempo, you would have been able to pin them in more. But I don't think PSG was the game where I'd look at and go, we missed the Zubimendi type there. I'd say that was a game where we missed Curtis Jones more than anything because he's the guy who can hold it up. And he's the guy who makes the correct decisions.
But Curtis Jones is a technical player who can keep hold of the ball, right? Zubimendi is that player, but just better at doing it in a DM role. What you're saying isn't wrong in terms of things that transpired afterwards, like Salah getting literally marked out the game by Nuno Mendes and maybe Diaz making one decision. It's not about that. It's more about us, as I've seen the season go on, people getting used to our style of play, obviously playing more low blocks. Sometimes we need a little bit more control. Because even though I watch Liverpool game and I still think we're going to win games, there's just times when I feel like we need more control of a game. And how can we do that? We can get another controller in the midfield engine room, so to speak. I think that's why he wanted Zubimendi. Not saying he would have used him all the time, but there would have been games, like you said, specifically, where he would have gone, right, I'm doing that combination of Zubimendi and say, for example, Gravenberch, and then pushing McAllister in the 10, for example. Or he just does a 3-man midfield and you take away the 10 so you can dominate the ball more so. That's what I'm saying.
I get that. And I feel like that's why I think there's going to be a lot of legs in anything going with Angelo Stiller this summer. I think he is the guy that you're going to look at, or Liverpool going to look at as the next best option there. He's two years younger than Zubimendi. He's not this small, diminutive guy. I don't know where this idea's come from. He's like 5'6", he's 6 foot. He can hold his own physically in the middle. And he's got some of the best passing numbers on the planet at the minute, especially in terms of progressive passes. He's very good at breaking the lines and bypassing press with his passes. So I feel like there's got to be something in that one this summer if we're going to look at him. I mean, I want us to get 2 midfielders this summer. And then I think you've locked up that position for years at that point. All right, Ryan. Let's not. For out of decency for you, Ryan, I'm not even going to ask you to get banned again because I'm sure Ed will catch up on that. But out of decency for you, I'm not going to bring up any of your crimes from this season alone.
There's bare people that have crimes in the chat. It's just very easy for them to get away.
They can get away with it.
I'm looking at one
yes,
person.
they can get away with a lot. And I just want to say one thing quickly on Scholetterbeck, just before we kind of just keep with this transfer topic. Here's the thing with this. Here's the thing with this conversation. I don't think we need to just stop ourselves from going too much down the young route as well. Like, no, we can't do the Tom Little and sign 6 kids. Like, that's just not a recipe for success. I'm not even taking the piss. I'm actually being serious. Like, we can't sign 6 of them. It's fair enough. You could sign two children, like 2 people who are young, who are waiting, to, like, I get it, but we can't go sign like 6-5, like in every single position, all youth players, like it's just, I don't think it can work. Like we need players who have bit experience, and they don't need to have like be world class or top class, but at which age did we sign Salah? 24, right?
24,
Yeah, like at least that
25.
age, 25, 20, like 24 to 26, let's say, you get me, that age where you're gonna get 5 years from a player, in his prime, and he's gonna be
Oh my
unbelievable.
God, I'm sorry to interrupt. Look at what Ryan said in the chat. After everything he said against the man for the past 2 fucking years, and now he's saying, I can't lie, McAllister is him. We all remember when you called him a fucking Argentinian Oliver Skip or whatever it was. You are not allowed back on our fucking side.
This is what
the Argentinian Harry Winks, like Jesus. I know it might be
Argentinian. What?
Cal, I understand. I may have added a couple of grey hairs.
No,
but I'm not as bad as that,
bro. I would purposely get him put in jail. Like I'd give the judge.
That's crazy
to throw him in jail.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Argentinian Harry Winks is crazy. Anyway, so I do think we need some form of player like who are experienced now to an extent. And by the way, I see people like in the chat sometimes like you mock us for transfer suggestions and stuff like this. Like people earlier on in the chat, they were like, Matt is gonna say that he likes Husam, but the same way he liked Scholetterbeck. By the way, everyone liked Scholetterbeck 3 years ago because he had an amazing season.
We liked any centre back 3 years.
Yeah, ago. And at the same time,
we were desperate, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and at the same time, the context is Ozan Kabak, Ben Davies, 3 centre backs out at the end of the season. So me and Tom, I think didn't met at the time, but that was like at the start of Spaces. Bro, when I used to do those Liverpool only Spaces, and
you should have heard the names that were coming out for options at centre back.
Bro,
people would have took anything.
You see Cal Neto's army, man, like Ibrahim. Some of the names that he would say, just taking centre back, like it can't even go there, to be honest with you. So, like at the time,
I remember someone was saying, "Oh, we should look to spend Van Dijk money on Kaglar Soyuncu from Leicester."
Oh!
No, not Husam.
No, I know.
No.
We know someone. We know
someone that was
someone else that was big on fucking Kaglar Soyuncu.
Drifty.
I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, no.
Just say it. Oh, that was Drifty.
Kaglar Soyuncu.
Listen, we don't judge.
You can. I'm judging. There's a lot of judgment from my part. Kaglar Soyuncu.
We don't judge.
That was that little era Drifty went through. That was one.
Because remember, it was him and someone else.
Yeah, I thought we lost Drifty for a while.
No, so did I. I don't know if he was. I didn't think he was going to recover.
What was it? Was it another Premier League centre back?
Was it Rudiger at one point? Was it Rudiger? I wanted Rudiger.
That was a separate one. All right. I don't want to. It's my brother. I don't want to speak about it, man.
No. Just say who I wanted at the time. Can you remember?
So the Rudiger thing came because I said if we were to, like, Rudiger was coming up to the end of his Chelsea contract, and I was like, look, I know it's a bold shout, but if we can replace Lovren with Rudiger, I think that would be excellent. And he was like, Rudiger's not better than Lovren.
Who said that?
No names.
No, you have to say names.
My brother, man, is the other member of Coppish. And then the other one was, it was so the Soyuncu one.
Yeah,
you wanted.
Who did I want again?
I think you wanted Fofana, right?
I want to say I think it was Fofana.
Was it Fofana?
No, it wasn't, because they were no, not at the time, because
Botman maybe.
It was Botman.
Yeah, Botman ain't even a bad shout even now.
Yeah, he just wouldn't have survived our high line.
Because I don't think I wanted Fofana at one point, but I don't know if Fofana was playing with Soyuncu at the time. I don't think.
No, they were. I think they were.
Did they play one season together potentially?
I think they played more than one season together. You got to remember, Soyuncu didn't leave.
Who and who?
Fofana and Soyuncu. Did they play at the same time?
I know.
Didn't Fofana play with Saliba? I swear.
No.
Yes, Fofana played with
Saint Etienne.
Yeah, Fofana played with Saliba in France.
and
he
played
with
Soyuncu at Leicester. But I wanted Fofana when he not broke through, but when he first.
Fofana at Leicester. Everyone would have taken him. By the way.
Yeah. I said Fofana at Leicester.
Yeah, everyone would have taken Fofana.
The debate we had with Drifto with Soyuncu was that he was better than, was it Varane maybe?
Yes, it was
Oh
Varane.
my
It
God,
was Varane.
Soyuncu.
It was.
I told you. I
Tom,
thought we'd lost.
Tom, guess what's funny, Tom? I just got a message immediately off of Ed. What's the price for another week? Just the ban Ray direct. Let him
Ed,
breathe a little bit, and then we'll take it from there. Ed, don't worry, I got
The
you.
thing
And it's
is,
always
I
the same
remember
price,
that night,
Ed.
you
We
know.
never change.
I've just gone to I remember how bad that January was. I went to an article to go find out who were the like most by the bookies who were the favourites to sign for Liverpool in January. I'm gonna list off the top 5 names that were favourites to sign for Liverpool in January.
Yeah, go on.
Ben White was 3-1.
Hold on, when was this?
January 2021.
I really wanted us to sign Ben White.
Carl was a big advocate for Ben White. I remember.
He was still at Brighton at this point. It was said that we should spend 60 million on him. Second favourite, Connor Cody.
Oh,
Do we all remember the
Yeah,
point?
I remember
we
that.
signed
Yeah,
Connor Cody because he was a Liverpool fan.
Connor Cody.
Connor
I remember
Cody.
that. No, that's real. Yeah, that's real. As a centre back.
Then third option, Tyrone Mings.
Oh my goodness.
Fourth option, James
Go on.
Tarkowski.
oh,
My goodness, bruv.
Fifth option, not even a centre back. I don't know why he was the fifth favourite. Dele Alli.
oh gosh.
Dele Alli.
We were just trying to help people out in their time of need back then.
And then the fifth favourite, Max Aarons.
I remember Max Aarons.
But Max Aarons was all right when he was at Norwich.
I'd have taken
And the sixth favourite, Kylian Mbappe. Apparently, we were more likely to sign Connor Cody than Kylian Mbappe.
Where the hell is
We-
Max
we was
Aarons
in the
at right
mud.
now? He's actually
Max
a
Aarons
decent
is-
player.
He's at
in
Bournemouth.
Spain. No, he's in
Isn't he at
Spain.
Bournemouth?
He went out on loan to Valencia. I
Did
think.
he go Bournemouth?
Yeah, he was at Bournemouth,
Valencia.
but they've sold him to Valencia, I think.
He's at Valencia.
Wow.
I don't even remember seeing him play for Valencia this season, though.
He's a good, he
He
would
went
have
in
been a good
the
backup
January.
right back.
He went in the January.
Because I've seen a couple of Valencia, obviously due to.
But my
Maradona
point
Village,
is, like, we can go back and we can do all this, but at the time, you know, and the
Yeah, things are different.
conversations, like right now,
Yeah.
even when we talk about Schlotterbeck is a good player, and
You
I like
ready
him.
for another name from that time as well.
But-
Do you remember the Portuguese fella, David Carmo, who we should have signed?
Oh yeah.
Oh
from
my
Porto.
days! Yes.
And then there was
Say
a
that
game.
name
which-
again. Why does that sound so familiar?
He was at Porto, and we were like heavily linked with him, and everyone was going, "Oh,
Did
oh,"
he
and
break
I
his
remember-
ankle or something?
Yeah, it was the game after we got linked with him, and everyone decided they wanted to watch him, and he
Yeah.
broke his leg.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Fairs. So like the thing is with Schlotterbeck and stuff like this,
Schlotterbeck.
like I really like him, but I don't think he moves the needle for us in that position. But I like him because it's cheap.
Who would you go for then, Husam, if you could? Without, I can't say Bastoni because everyone knows. it's
Yeah,
Bastoni.
that's the I have
Yeah,
a dream.
that's everyone's
I
guy.
have a dream. I have a dream.
Sorry, was this about Schlotterbeck or Sam? You don't think?
Yes, I really like him, but like I don't know. I'd rather
you've got a
sign
better
as
position in mind, though, haven't you? Like,
yeah, but I'd rather sign a centre back and a traditional left back. I'd rather.
Yeah,
do
oh yeah,
that.
no,
Like,
same here, same here.
So Schlotterbeck and Kirkus?
I don't know if that's.
What was that?
I don't know if that's like just too wild, like you know, like too like gung ho. If you would like in a defensive position,
How's it going?
like if we have to pull up next season in some game playing Schlotterbeck left centre back and Kirkus left back, I think that's too gung ho.
So who would you go for? Left back then?
I would still rather like a bit of more of a solid defender, like just a
Same.
solid defender.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like-
what I'm saying Hato.
Yeah, Hato, I like Hato. Even though he's sick,
I'm
but-
sorry. If you
There
want
you
a
go.
solid defender and you're saying no to Schlotterbeck and yes to Hato, then you don't want a solid defender.
No, I'm saying Schlotterbeck and Hato, not Hato and Kirkes. I'm saying Schlotterbeck and Hato. for left
Right.
You have to choose. You have to choose one. Like you have to go like okay, Schlotterbeck and Hato together, or Kirkus and a more solid defender, like a more
I'd go Kirkus and Schlotterbeck.
like more prototypical defender is what I mean.
I don't see why I'd need that though, because I think Schlotterbeck is a solid enough centre back.
I really want like another Konate prototype. which is
They don't
impossible.
just grow on
but-
trees, though, Husam.
I know.
You're asking for the impossible. I know that would be the ideal. I don't even who is the closest defender to Kanate in
People
today's game.
probably no
That's
one-
available, so to speak.
Yeah,
Or
probably no one that's available in terms of like
Kwanzaa.
in terms
Tom,
of
I will remove you from the stream. Stop.
no,
it.
no way. He nearly removed himself. Oh, he did remove himself for a split
Stop
second.
in terms of like up and coming defenders, Lucaba's you got Lucaba, you've got Diamonde from Sporting.
Diamonde is good. Luke, do you know anything about Lucaba? And I could be so wrong. Is Lucaba only like 6 foot as well? Or 6'1"?
Either 6 foot or 6'1", yeah.
I think
But
he's
is he-
6'1".
Can we
It's
not
like-
let this some little height thing get to us?
No.
just 'cause he's
What I was
short?
gonna say is though, you don't have to be like because Joe Gomez is only 6'2". What I'm saying is though, but is he imposing enough? Because I'll be real, in the Prem, you kind of have to have something about you because
Yeah.
we've already seen it with like, I don't know, Martinez, for example, at Man United. He's definitely just not a centre back. He can't play centre back in the Prem. You could probably get away with it in the Liga, but you can't do it in the Prem. Do you know what I mean? Now I think Jamie's just trying to troll here.
He's joking. He said
personally.
he's put I'm joking.
he
later.
said
Jamie's definitely. I know Jamie. Jamie's definitely. trolling.
Jamie's
I'm
gone
not
full
saying-
John Cena recently. He caught me out on my
Yeah.
stream as
That
well. like,
Jamie was trying to
about
get
5
me to
minutes
crash
he had
out.
me.
Big up Jay.
For
Oh,
about
he's
5
just trying to
minutes, Jamie
rattle
completely
people.
rattled.
Okay, I'll keep this in mind for the Friday show. Now I know at least.
Oh no,
So-
that will probably still be Jamie, but like he might throw in a little curveball here or there.
Yeah,
You're still getting what Jamie is, by the way.
Yeah,
Jamie's
of
not
course,
Jamie.
of course.
That's
I
what
know
I'm
when I
saying.
invite Jamie on a show, I'm potentially gonna get cancelled 7 times. This is normal.
100%.
Murillo, you see, you know, when we spoke earlier on, people in the chat who watch me in the summer will tell you this. I said that we like Husam from time. I said we like Lucaba from time. Those are the two I've consistently mentioned those names for a really long time. There's no ITK business. This is just honestly what I know, and we really like them both. But the thing that kind of surprised me a bit last summer is we didn't pull the plug on either. Even after selling Sepp. Remember when the Sepp van den Berg thing was happening and certain people, no need to mention names, like Tom Little wanted them to stay at the club and be like 4th choice and stuff like this. So like we ended up selling Sepp van den Berg for a lot of money. Brentford completely bit on what we were asking for Sepp van den Berg. But we still get no one. But I know for a fact we liked Lucaba. I know for a fact we liked Husam from Juve. And Euro as well. We liked from the start of the summer. We liked Euro. Like Euro would have been someone we wanted to sign. So those are the 3 that I know for a fact we liked last summer. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but I like obviously everything's possible in football, but I just don't see us signing Scholetterbeck. I just don't see that transfer going through. I think we're gonna sign a different player.
First.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I can understand why you would say that as well.
I think we were linked to a Greek centre back who plays. Where did Mickey van der
Wolfsburg.
Ven come from? Yeah, that's it.
The replacement,
Come on,
yeah.
Tom, bring it in, bro. Like
He was the replacement for Van. He was the replacement
Yeah,
for Van der Ven. That's.
I
who we were
mean,
linked
we wanted Van der Ven, and then fucking what's his name? Jörg Schmatke went. No, he's not good enough for the Premier League.
I'll be.
Yeah,
can I be
he's
honest with
right.
you?
Yeah, get him out.
He's good enough. But
I don't
he
rate
wouldn't
Van der Ven
survive.
like that.
He wouldn't
I
have
think
survived
he's
in
very,
Madrid.
very average. Not
Imagine we
average.
had
He's
Van
just
der Ven
decent.
and
He's decent.
Konate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't have survived
It
in
wouldn't
our team.
work.
His hamstrings are done now. In Postecoglou, remember Postecoglou is not even a high
Did you
line.
call him
but-
imposter Coglu? Did you call him imposter Coglu?
Highline for life. Big up.
High line and all that, mate. High line.
Highline for
It's not
life.
even that's not even a high line at this point. It's just there's no line in it. Like
It's
it's
kamikaze football, innit?
yeah,
I will
literally-
never, ever, and me and Tom probably experienced this the most out of everyone here because of like who we work with. I will never, ever let them live it down. The Spurs fans and the shit that they said after the first 10 games last season. I
Yeah.
swear to God, I am never gonna let it live
Honest,
them.
honest.
You know they were saying Spurs are no longer Spursy underage, and they start putting pictures of Ferguson and shit. Bro, I never forget. I never forget these things. I'm telling you right now, I will never, ever, ever forget. But anyway,
It
is
wasn't
what-
even just that. You gotta remember, they started the season better than the Invincibles did.
Yes.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Oh yeah. See,
Oh, Husam, the only reason is why
too
you're
much.
cooking is because it's because you're jealous of Spurs. They said last season.
Not as another one. We're
But
jealous
the
of
one
what
thing,
Tottenham are.
the one thing is, big up Sava, but I did cook the shit out of him, and I cooked the shit out of the Spurs fans, and I told them you're all gonna be angel out at the end of the season. And lo and behold, oh angel. Anyway, let me read these super chats before we move on. Go on, Callum. You want to say anything transfer related?
Yeah, transfer related. I was going to say, do we think we go into next season with 5 centre backs? Because I do think it's kind of key nowadays that you have 5 centre backs. You don't. I'm a little scared we don't as well.
Ooh,
Gomez or Kwanzaa, one is leaving.
So So I don't think they will. I think if Gomez didn't pick up the injury, then I would have said, yeah, I think Gomez is definitely going. Because of the injury, I don't think he leaves now. So I don't think any team takes a punt on him. And I think that works out well for us. Midfield as well. I know it's a bold shout. I don't think we sign a midfielder.
I think we definitely.
I don't think we sign any players for the pivot position. We may, if Harvey Elliott goes, we will sign a 10. But I don't think we sign anyone for the pivot.
I think
move in January?
Why though?
Maybe.
The reason I say that,
did Sherky move in January? By the way,
no.
But he's still there. He's still doing bits. Husam, he's doing bits.
Look. Harvey Elliott doesn't get played because he's small, diminutive, and can't handle the physicality. And you want to go sign Ryan Shakey, who's small, diminutive, but doesn't even run.
Shirky can handle the physical side of the game now, I reckon.
But he doesn't track back.
Could you imagine us playing him at the 10?
But that's kind of
point. Around?
Stop.
For me, I don't think
that is beautiful football personified. Stop it. Like, don't even try. Just
I don't care about
so
people.
full of shit. Honestly, have you ever wiped your mouth like after speaking? Because it's so full of crap. Ryan Sharkey is such a beautiful footballer to watch. He is Joga Bonito.
I want winning football. None of this Joga Bonito. I won't run back because I'm good at dribbling. I want people who die for the fucking badge.
But all right, so Tom, on that though,
okay, no problem. Mr. GA, Joga Bonito, and GA together, he's got 15 GA in 21 games as a number 10. Yeah, hold that, mate. Sit on the floor, don't talk. Playing for a shit Leon side as well. Don't come up here and waffle. Ryan Sherky is fucking unbelievable signing, and he's like 15 million or whatever it is. Yeah, keep your mouth shut and stick to the Schlotterbecks and the Hoysens.
But the reason I don't think we sign anyone for the pivot is I think Endo has changed Slot's mind on him. So I think Endo stays. Graver Mack are his first choice. Jones he loves as well. And I think Bichetti stays next season as well, at least up until January. And that would give us 5 for that position.
Stuff. I still can't see it. I think we're going to cash in on him.
And I think we're going to cash in on him as well, you know.
I don't. And the reason I say Bichetti stays and the reason why I also don't think we'll bring in another a 5th centre-back is because Bichetti covers centre-back and centre midfield as well.
Don't, Carl, you're not saying he covers centre-back.
No, I'm not saying I want this. I'm just saying what he is.
If Bichetti plays at centre back, this is gonna sound so harsh. We might as well play with 10. We might as well play with 10 players, bro. No,
Bichetti's actually he was.
Yeah, can I give you an honest prediction?
In the Premier League, he cannot play centre back, bro.
You can.
Let me tell you what I think happens this summer. We're gonna have a left back leave, a centre back leave, backup keeper gone. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna count that because we already have Mamarvili, so forget that. So let's just go. Left back goes. Center back goes. I think the reason why we sign a midfielder, Callum, is because I think 2 of them are leaving. I think Endo and Elliott will probably leave.
Yeah, honestly, we'll sign a 10. I think we'll sign a 10. I don't think Endo will leave.
But it can't be just a 10. Like, we're gonna sign another midfielder.
The reason why
because has this season completely switched Slot's mind into thinking he does not need a midfielder anymore? I wouldn't say so. I think, he's looking at this team and still thinks we need one.
No, I hear you, but I think if we sign Ryan Sherky, for example, God willing, Szoboszlai can play in the pivot.
God willing, I love that. Oh, wow, Tom, you're disappointed in Callum for once? It's usually the opposite.
He's going to say the curse. He's going to say the curse.
No, I don't want Sherky. Please keep mentioning his name. Szoboszlai in the pivot.
You don't think Szoboszlai can play in the pivot?
I'll be honest. I don't think Elliott's gonna. I think Elliott's gonna stay.
I'm
think he's
alright
going to
with that.
stay.
I think
I want him
Elliot's
to
just.
stay,
I
but whether
think
he
Elliot's
stays-
going
You think Elliot is staying?
I think
I'm
Elliot's
not
going to
sure,
choose
you
to
know.
stay. I think Elliot's going to choose to stay. I think what's going to end up happening is
He wants
Chiesa
to
is
stay, you know.
Chiesa is going to get fucked off.
I can see
Nunes
that.
is going to get fucked off. Diaz
I
is going
can
to get
see
fucked
that.
off. And Elliot
see
is
that,
effectively
maybe.
going to be used as like cover for 4 positions. And he can go on the right if needs be. He can go on the 10 if needs be. He could do a job in like an 8 if we ever revert
But
to an 8.
but that's like what
that'll be.
I don't see
That'll be the way that he
Yeah,
sees
that's
it.
like the same mistakes we made then 3 years
with
ago.
Klopp, where it's like
No,
Elliot's.
no,
remember, Elliot's the cover.
No, because
for,
no, because
who was
I
it
think
now?
Elliot.
Why not?
Elliot
now
being-
that makes a Kiri replacement.
Elliot being the backup right winger. When we say backup right winger, in reality, he's fucking 5th choice because we'll buy someone in the summer who can play on the right anyway.
What's
So
the name of that guy that I absolutely cooked 3 years ago? Like I destroyed the shit out of him on Twitter. Who put like Joe Gomez? No, sorry, he put James Milner as a backup for like 5 different positions.
Oh yeah,
the guy that done the squad thing. Remember his
the
name?
depth chart, the infamous depth chart was just like James Milner playing fucking everywhere.
God, the
No,
depth chart
no.
guy, I absolutely destroyed him. By the way, I swear to God, I absolutely destroyed. In the end, he blocked me. And if I'm in his place, I would block me too.
But I just think Elliot's going to choose.
Man,
to
put up a
stay.
depth chart with like all of him. It is what it is. It is what
I
it
think
is.
I think Elliot's going to choose to stay, and I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to sign a player on the pivot and move Jones further forward, and have him operate as more of the 10. Because I think what Slot wants from a 10 is more so what a Soboslai and a Jones provide, which is running that dual winning and link up rather than this creative force of a 10. I don't think that's necessarily what Arne Slot wants from his 10 at this point in Liverpool. So I think you'll see Jones move up. You'll see.
But why are you making shit up? Like, well, I don't necessarily think that he wants that from his blah blah. Like you're just creating narratives. Okay, yes, he wants.
Hold on.
Okay, let me respond. Can I speak? Can I speak, mate? Are you gonna lean back because I'm about to ruin the shit at the argument?
No, you're not because I've got the simple response.
The difference with Cherky is he also has output, and he's capable of creating assists for the team, which he cares about. Because Arne Slot does not want us next season to have one player have 18 assists in the team in the Premier League. He wants obviously this whole thing to be spread out, so we're not reliant on one player. So when I speak about Cherky, I think he provides a different element, meaning against 14, 15 of the teams that you're expected to beat, Cherky starts in the 10, no problem, and we beat them.
Except Cherky hasn't played, and when was the last time Cherky played in the 10?
There you are.
No, it's a question. When was the last time? Because he seems to play off the right more than anything.
What I will say as well.
And my point, Husam, is if he wanted this 10 to be the creative hub of the team, Harvey Elliott last season got the second most assists out of any Liverpool player.
Yeah, but that's not a good thing.
The second half of the season, only Kevin De Bruyne got more assists out of any player in the Premier League than Harvey Elliott. He is, for all intents and purposes, the most creative player, bar Mohamed Salah, in this Liverpool squad. And the man has been reduced to 5-minute cardio sessions down the right.
McAllister.
Trent is more creative, of course.
I think we're downplaying Harvey Elliott's creativity. I just sit there.
No, not at all, bro. McAllister, bro.
I don't think they have the
Soboslai is not. Soboslai need to do so much better because he need to be winning these conversations. I can't even lie to you. Like, you need to be winning these debates.
He doesn't know because this is not what Slot wants from his 10.
But he did speak about earlier in the season, Tom, saying that he wants Soboslai to get more goals.
More GA, to get more than one goal. But I'm saying our play doesn't revolve around Dominic Soboslai playing the final pass.
No, but I think
Dominic Soboslai is not the guy he wants playing the final pass. He wants Mohamed Salah playing the final pass because he's the best player.
Does. I think he wants the 10 to be able to play the final pass, but because we don't have a 10 that can do that, I think that's where Salah is doing that. I don't think Slot's designed his system to be Salah gets all the goals and Salah gets all the assists. It's just happening like that because Salah is him.
But
he's elite. And
the other players haven't stepped up where they should have.
No, but every successful system, whether we like it or not, is designed around getting the best player the ball more often than not.
No, I just think every system we've played in, Salah's just excelled in because he is such an elite footballer.
No, but this one is designed for him. My point is the last ones. So the system under Klopp in the last 2 years when Núñez was there was designed to get Núñez the ball. Was designed so everything went to Núñez. As anyone who got the ball, it was either play it long and behind for Núñez, or whip it into the box for Núñez, or just get the ball in the box for the striker Darwin Núñez. Before that, it was get the ball into Firmino, because Firmino can be the creative hub, or get the ball to the wing backs so they can put crosses in. This is the first time.
In all of those systems, Salah's still been the one who's thrived.
Yes, but this is the first time this is the first time a system at Liverpool has been designed to where Mohamed Salah is the guy that we're getting the ball to. Mohamed Salah is the focal point of where we're building our attacks around. That's why I sit there and think that this isn't, this is by design. This is what he wants to do. At least while he's got Mohamed Salah here. If you go look at Man City when they were smashing it, Kevin De Bruyne was always with the most goals and assists because the system was built around getting Kevin De Bruyne the ball in the areas he wants to get the ball. The only time that changed was when they brought in Haaland, because the system then became get Haaland the ball in the areas he wanted the most so he can score goals.
But they also had Silva before. What I will say, Pep Guardiola is, I think De Bruyne is similar to what I've just said about Salah. No matter what system a peak De Bruyne was in, De Bruyne would just shine, because I think elite players in whatever system you put them in, I think just cream rise to the top, and they always rose to the top. Salah does it, but we were going through a phase where we were playing, 4-2-4 when we had injuries under Klopp, and like Salah and Núñez were almost playing as a front two, and then Harvey was playing out on the right.
We had Diamond with Firmino as the 10 and Elliott and Thiago as a
midfielder. And Salah was still cooking up the play. So I hear what you're saying, that you still want Salah on the ball as much as possible because he's that guy. I just think Slot, in my opinion, this again just opinion based, wants to reduce the burden on any one player so that we could spread the goals around. And if we have a creative 10, because the amount of times Szoboszlai picks up great positions, but his indecisiveness or lack of creativity hinders us, I don't think Slot wants that anymore. Hence why I think there'll be games whereby Shirky, if we was to sign, would start. Like the Southampton game, for example. I see that being a Shirky game, whereas Man City away, Arsenal away, that's a Szoboszlai game.
Right.
So I think
you're telling me Shirky can't start Southampton at home?
I'm not gonna I don't think Shirky's better than Harvey Elliott. I would rather have Harvey Elliott and keep Harvey Elliott and use Harvey Elliott than have Shirky. Because I know that I know what I get from Harvey Elliott, and I know that also, if I'm being really fucking contrivant, Harvey Elliott's homegrown. So he fits all the requirements for UEFA registration.
Tom, like we can only here's the thing: we can go off of if Tom the ITK has heard something from someone, or we can go based off of reports. Okay, whether we like it or not, because I don't like it either. Because guess who also likes Harvey Elliott on this panel? Me. Guess who rates Harvey Elliott really high? Me. I really love Harvey Elliott. But the truth of the matter is, if we have been sat here like talking about who's more likely going to leave, based off of the reports consistently from August until now, Elliott has to be up there, bro.
I'm listening to what the man
Elliott has probably been linked to move away even more than like an Endo, by the way.
No, Endo is going to stay because Endo can cover multiple. Endo is our Milner.
Well, you see, he's going
Endo
based off what you want to happen.
No, I'm going by what Harvey Elliott himself said, which is I want to stay and fight for my position because this is my club. I don't think Harvey Elliott's going to sit there and go, okay, after the year.
I love that, and I know but at the end of the day, if Slot wants him gone, that I don't know what we can do.
I think
unless Elliott, in these next 15 games, plays himself into Slot's plans, I don't know. It's a possibility.
I just think you've got to go off what you've seen recently. He turned to him for 45 minutes against Southampton and he changed the game for us, Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, agreed.
He turned to us against Paris Saint-Germain and he won us that game. I think he's working his way back into the plans. He had a very good pre-season. He was very unlucky with the injury. I just don't think Harvey Elliott's going to be sold this summer. I think there's
the one thing that confused me about pre-season is knowing what we know about Slot. I was so certain that Fabio Carvalho was going to stay.
Yeah.
I was actually certain about it, but he ended up leaving, and fair enough. I mean, he hasn't really tore up the league over at Brentford. So,
Tom, do you think? Look, again, I say this is someone who loves Elliot. Elliot's one of my favorite Liverpool players.
Same. I love him.
Do you think he's a better player than Shirky though?
I do. I do. Albeit I haven't seen as much of Shaky as I have of Elliot.
Yeah.
But I think Harvey Elliott is an incredible talent.
No, he is. So here's where I disagree. I think Elliot works harder. I think there's no dispute in that. But I think Shirky's a different level to Elliot.
Look,
you know what?
I think Ryan Shirky is an incredibly talented footballer, but I also think that because we've seen Harvey Elliott for a number of years, we downplay just how good Harvey Elliott's creativity can be. I'm just saying, Husam tries to bring up 15 GAs. It was something impressive. Harvey Elliott got that last year, playing as an 8.
Thomas,
if we were to put him in
now, I need to understand. There is a reason why scouts exist, Mr. Thomas. Because sometimes you go and you see things with your eye that don't show up on the stat sheet. But because you're a mathematician, I have to bring up stats. But the reality of the matter is, unfortunately, as much as I love Harvey, I'm sorry, but Shirky is a lot better. Shirky is technically next level. Like, I'm telling you right now, technique-wise, he's literally next level as a technician.
Yeah.
And he can play in the 10. Despite the fact that, oh my God, he hasn't played in the 10. Mr. Thomas Little, trying to act like a smart ass. We know he could play in the 10. So stop being a smart ass and doing the Arsenal fan thing. Floor raiser, ceiling raiser. Just be honest. He could play in the 10.
I'm not doing floor raising, ceiling raising. I'm saying
but he could play in the... obviously you're not doing it because he signed 6 kids. When you sign Ekatike and Malang Sarr, of course you're not doing floor raiser.
I'm saying Harvey Elliott is also, when did I sign Malang Sarr?
Because you want to sign young kids all the time, but the one kid with actual technique and elegance, you don't sign.
Because he's not better than because he's not better than Ryan Shirky. Because he's not better than Harvey Elliott. Sorry. I don't want to, because he's not better. At the end of the day, you're sitting there trying to bring me.
See your team from last week, fucking 7 children you're signing, and you want to win the league.
Names that get brought up in this show, yeah. Me and Kyle always look at each other because there's always a name that gets brought up. One of me and Kyle has mentioned him before. All I'm gonna say is that wasn't me.
Callum.
I don't know why you said I never wanted Malang Sarr.
You wanted Malang Sarr.
I didn't want Malang Sarr. Why would I want Malang Sarr?
God, let me. You know what? I don't even want to argue. I don't even want to go down this.
It's the one that went to Chelsea. Remember the left-footed one that went to Chelsea?
Yeah, we all remember him. I remember him. Let me just listen. I'm just gonna read these super chats and I'm gonna move on to PSG. And I don't even want to talk transfers. Matt, I will invite you by yourself to talk transfers one day. I can't do this. I cannot do this. One guy wants Malang Sarr and the other guy does not see the beauty of Shirky playing football. What can I say, bro? You can, guys in the chat, guys, I cannot breastfeed him forever. At some point in time, he's gonna have to grow up. I can't put him milk in the bottle with football in it. Like, what can I do? You watch Ryan Shirky, the guy glides. The way he plays the sport is just so unbelievable. Like, you could tell he's capable of like just the most beautiful shit like ever in the football pitch. And Tom's like, oh, and on top of that as well, what does he have? He has output. 15 GA in 21 games as a 10. Oui. Je m'appelle Ryan Shirky. Let's go, bro. Bring him to Anfield. Let's go. I've not watched it, Timothy. You're the only one with TV. You get me? You're the only one with television in the whole planet. You get me? I don't know anyone who plays for Lyon. You get me? That's why I wanted Barcola when he was at Lyon 3 years ago. So shut your ass up and take notes. Bum.
I just don't. If you talk about output, Harvey Elliott scored in each of our last 3 Champions League games, including one of the most important, if not the most important goal of the season so far. He's had such limited Premier League minutes, but even in those limited minutes, he won us the game against Brentford.
Who are you talking about, Harvey Elliott?
Yes, just sitting there going,
okay. Can we establish something? I like him. You like him. We both want him to stay. According to reports, he's gonna leave. So what am I gonna do now? Yalla, tell me.
Listen to the man himself who said, "I'm not gonna go."
But I don't think that's going to be up. I don't think that's up to the players anymore.
Yeah,
Tom.
it's not.
Yeah,
Obviously,
man
he wants
thinks
to
it's
stay,
up to
but
the
it's
players.
not going to be up to him, like fully.
Tom,
if
do you
get
think
what
this
I'm
is like
saying.
NBA free agency or something? Like choose where you want to be?
You do
Like,
realize
that's
it is
just how it
entirely up to the player because the player doesn't need to agree personal terms.
No, but the
Yeah,
manager
I
can
know
say to
that.
you,
But
"You
if
have no
the
future."
manager says I ain't gonna play you and I want you to leave
Yeah.
and you're not in my
Kind of force
plans,
you out the
like,
door, so to speak.
But I don't think that's what's being said.
No, but I
But-
can see that happening under this
yeah, I can see
regime.
that happening. though.
Yeah, same.
That's the point.
I
Anyway,
don't see that happening this summer. Personally, I just don't see that
that's
happening
fine.
this summer.
That's fine. That's fine. There's a lot you don't see. Let me just do the super chats and then we're gonna including beautiful football. So let me just do these super chats before we move on to actually talk about PSG and Newcastle, because by the next episode we might be champions of a competition, guys. Inshallah. Big up to my guy Haggis Snow says Husam, LFC is winning the league, but my only disappointment is I still can't grow hair on my chest. How do you do it, bro? Ain't no way you've noticed my chest hair, Haggis. No, you get me. I appreciate that. Listen, I have never shaved my chest hair. No worries. I have never shaved my chest hair. It's just naturally grows. So my suggestion would be just wait for it to naturally grow. And if it's
How
not
old
naturally
were
grow-
you when you started growing facial hair?
facial hair.
Yeah.
Mustache quite early, but beard I was actually really late. Like first time I grew a mustache was probably when I was 14.
14.
Yeah, I had a mustache, but beard is when I was like a bit older, like 18.
Oh, please. We're going to say like mid-20s or so. 18's not old for a beard, bro. What are we doing
I
here?
don't think. When did I get? No, I had it.
bro.
No, I had a
Yeah.
beard when. No,
Yeah.
I had a beard when I was about. I want to say like 16 or something.
Bun you lot, bro.
Not like this, obviously, but like like it was there. innit?
Tom, how
Just
old are
started
you
from,
now?
like-
23.
Okay, maybe 18 isn't old for a beard then.
It's not old, bro. I'm telling you, it's
No.
not old.
No, it's not old. I don't think it's
Husam,
old.
you got to bear in mind that 18 in England, you're still required to be in school. I
Yeah.
did not see people my age in
Neither
school
did I.
walking around with facial hair like that.
You're one or
I was
two
working
years
at a furniture shop aged 15, changing like wardrobes
15?
and stuff.
bro.
16, yeah, 15,
Ah,
16, bro. I was
16, yeah.
working at a
We
furniture
were
shop.
working at
Yeah.
16.
No, but
15
then
not-
again,
I was getting,
Nice, you know.
I got paid, I got paid £1.50 the whole day, 6 hours of work, 7 hours of work, and I was
Damn.
replacing like closets, putting in like all sorts of like nifty stuff, like building like offices, stuff like this. That's what I was doing.
And
So-
now you're spending
Maybe
your-
that's why I grew chest hair, I guess. No, you get me? While
and now
these
you're
guys
spending
were
your Tuesday afternoons
sat
talking
there
about
saying that
Liverpool.
Shirk
mate.
is not a good footballer. What can we do? Big up to Fonzie. Says sack Tom if he makes another fruity tweet tonight. Hey,
Depends who
listen,
performs. It depends. If Alisson Becker performs again, I'm not responsible for anything I say.
Oh my gosh.
Tom, would you put your neck on the line for Huysen? Great question. Can we get an answer, Tom? Fonzie's elite comedy, him and Gonzo.
Yeah,
Fonzie, tell me.
as well.
I don't
That
want
is
to.
good.
I don't want to answer this because I can't win either way.
Like, can we get an answer? Because it's like $3 Canadian.
Thank you for the super chat, Fonzie. We appreciate your support. Next question.
Big up, Fonzie. Big up. Appreciate you. We have the perfect players for you guys. Kova and Gando, old and experienced, is what Abud is saying. That's too old and too experienced. We want in the middle, Habibi. We want like not Tom's team, which is 6 youth players. You get me? And not too old. There's in the middle. Tom again with his horny tweets. Oh, this is just never gonna escape. You guys want to know what's actually funny about this? Tom is actually in a relationship with a woman who's an Olympic athlete and a doctor.
Swear down, Tom.
Swear
This
what?
guy, and let me tell you something.
ID.
And as someone that is like knows Tom,
Bro.
he's completely dating out of his league and completely pulling.
Mhm.
Completely pulling. So
Entirely.
there must be something we're unaware of. I don't know what it is. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is Tom has some form of sauce when this whole thing ends. Maybe he knows how to speak to a woman. You get me? He just doesn't know football.
You say
So
that Tom
we
Riz,
like,
yeah?
yeah. He definitely has Riz, 100%. Because there's no way he pulled her without Riz. I'm telling you right now. He definitely has Riz. Like, she is just so like levels above. I'll be honest. Love you, Tom, but she's levels above, like completely. Like, he completely has Riz. I'm going to be so honest. Like, complete Riz. And like, okay, khalas, let's not. Do you guys feel like Champions League win will convince Trent to stay?
No.
I don't think so. No.
If anything, he'd use it as his reason to go. He'd sit there and go, I've achieved everything I could achieve at the football club. It's time for me to see a different one. Time to reach like a new challenge.
Imagine we win the Champions League and then he stays because we won the Champions League. Like, that'd actually be an elite scenario. I can't even lie to you.
It'd be a Stevie after the Istanbul thing. How can I leave after
Yeah, it's like he changed his mind. Like, oh, I love Liverpool. Like, let's go. I want to stay now. I hear it. Big up the panel. Thoughts on D. Kuiper, left back from Bruges. Hugo Larsson, as less popular but really good opinions. Maybe Frankie could join, though his wages are high. No, this is your forte completely. So respond, please.
The Kuiper probably not. He's like 24 and he's not better than the options that we've been linked with. Hugo Larsson is 20, still quite raw. We probably don't have a spot for him in this team just based on the way that we play. He's not a 6. He's not that. He'd probably be closer to a McAllister position, but I think that's the one position in midfield which we've got options in. So we kind of don't need another one there. And yeah, I'm all right on Frankie de Jong. You know, I'm not paying the small GDP of a country to have him at my football club.
I hear you. There you go. That's your answer. This guy, again, you, Tom.
So, Umar Shalate's not 2022. He got released from Salzburg by bloody Pep Linders this summer because he fell out with him. And he's now at Udinese. He's 25. He's going to cost you 8 million quid, apparently. Yeah, I'm all right. You know, is he older than Kanate?
I said, yeah, I'm all right, you know.
He said he's so 2022. Tom's a hipster, I'm telling you right now. He's the definition of a hipster.
He is 9 months younger than Kanate. How can the next Kanate be 9 months younger than him?
Do you see how much sass he answered that question with as well? He's so 2022, you know, like he's so 3 years ago.
He is,
you know, like
he is.
he's so 3 years ago, like literally. Jack says Schlotterbeck. Jack, that probably in your mind sounded so amazing, but it just didn't land. And Jack, you know what? I love you. You know what? You're my brother, and you're the real Scouser. Not like
I'm not
this
gonna lie,
Jedi.
guys. If we go, I don't want to say the names. I won't say the names.
No,
You
don't
might
say
as well,
that.
bro.
No, hints.
No,
don't say name,
No.
but hints. Give me
If
numbers.
we get the Dortmund centre back,
Mhm,
the Newcastle striker,
mhm.
and one of the centre midfielders from Real Madrid, guys.
I
And
can't.
I
I can't.
realized
Cal,
it was only just a dream.
No, Husam, what we doing?
I'm gonna
Husam,
do it. Matt, I'm gonna tell you from now, you're gonna want to ban me from the Coppish account because I'm
No,
gonna
but
go.
Hold on, you said if what happens, sorry? If what happens?
So Cal thinks a summer window of Nicolas Soule, Callum Wilson, and Danny Ceballos is what Liverpool need. Interesting one, Cal.
If we
Or
get
maybe you mean Will Soule, not Callum Wilson.
the Dortmund
Yeah.
centre back, because you know the two Real Madrid centre midfielders, they've been linked with moves away as well, yeah. The one that we
What?
were pursuing, and the other
Can you
one with
actually
Dread.
stop?
No,
Can
only
you
one
stop?
of them. Only one of them.
No,
stop.
the one with Dread.
You know it's not going to happen. Stop, Tom. Just stop. Because you're essentially saying Isak, Schlotterbeck, and one of Chouameni and whoever. If that, that's remember where Liverpool Football Club.
Camavinga's been said that
Let
he's
me
like
remind
the-
you before you go all out. Lavia, Caicedo, Bellingham,
Why are you
Chouameni.
going to me?
Mbappe.
I've not said anything. This isn't
Not
my
you.
dream.
I'm telling Callum. Lavia, Chouameni, Camavinga, all these players we wanted, mate. And then it came back to bite us in the ass. Tom's talent ID stinks. Hoyson is him. Prem proven top player and plays in front of a front-footed team. Prem champions, and I'm hearing names like Kamara and Larson. Hijack Arsenal for Zubimendi. Tom wanted Decore for 70 million.
Right? Can I ask a genuine question?
Not even Abdullah, by the way. Check Decore.
Can I ask why would I want Abdullah Decore? Genuine question, though.
He's actually better than Jack.
Where's this notion that we're too big? Even if we win a Premier League title, we shouldn't go for names like Boubacar Kamara or Angelo Stiller, etc. They're the names. They're the kind of players that we have success when buying.
Tom, that's okay. Can I answer your question honestly without shouting? Okay, let's say we sign 5 players this summer. 2 of them can be what you said, but 3 need to be at least 24 to 26 who are ready to become world class next season. Essentially, meaning like, okay, now you're ready to become world class now. Like you're gonna be world class now. Not when we sign you, but like you're ready to just be one step away from being world class. So in that 5-player scenario, I say 2 with your type of player, no problem. But then the 3 others need to be just on the cusp of being like, like Salah 25 a trauma type signing.
So if I said Liverpool's summer window could be Kerkez, Schlotterbeck, Stiller, Lamine Kamara, Isak, and
direct, I say yes because you just said Isak.
And a 20 million quid striker. A 20 million
I say yes because you said Isak directly.
Yeah, run it.
Are you mad? Any scenario with Isak is yes.
I'm gonna be doing bare 2 a.m. streams talk about FSG if that happens. Bare.
Oh God.
Yeah. And do you know what, Husam? So you don't get away with it, and Tom, so you don't get away with it. Anytime I go live, I'm gonna add you lot to the title of the video. Is what it is.
I am guilty by association.
If I'm going down, I'm dragging everyone with me from now on, innit? Is what it is.
Gomez and Nunes are gone. Diaz, I think, will go. Elliott is gone. Simicas will go. Morton is gone. I'd sell Elliott and sign Dibbling. I think Slot is ruthless, unlike Klopp. Would you sell Kwanzaa? Bacetic is crap.
Hold on, Husam. You've done him nice there. I think you see a full sentence that he said there about Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, but I'm not going to read that because I'm not a bum like Ryan.
I think Slot is ruthless, unlike Klopp the flop. That's a bannable offence.
Oh, no, not Klopp the flop, man. Do better than that.
Yeah, you have to do better.
I do agree that Klopp wasn't ruthless, though, but he wasn't a flop. There's no way we're in a world where we're calling Klopp a flop.
And actually, that's why maybe slightly me and Callum are in agreement that Slot might like sell Elliott, by the way. That's the thing.
Yeah, because I think he's more ruthless.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thing is with Kwanzaa, I do think, listen, one centre-back is gone this summer. Van Dijk and Konate are going to stay. It's one of the other 2. It's as simple as that. I don't know which one.
I think if it's going to be anyone, it's Gomez.
I'm still not convinced about Virgil, boys.
Cal, can we at least be positive tonight? You can do your sad stuff like next week during international break. At least have a bit of positivity at the minute. We got 2 big games coming
he said do your sad stuff next week. That's the most like the way he spoke to you there is so condescending, like you're a child.
Like I don't need to do this contract stuff this week. Let me beat PSG. Let me get a trophy at the end of the week, and an international break when we're all panicking. We can start talking about.
Hear that,
stuff.
little Callum? Hear that? You know what to do. People, help me out. He's gone. I'm done saying shit about him. We all know what it is. Listen, 20 out of 100. 20 out of 100 has been sorted. The rest is on you guys. He's already served the week's ban, so. Yeah, big up to you, Ed. Doubles in the chat for Ed and for Ray Ray as well. And not gonna lie, folks, I'm super nervous for tonight. My first stand-up gig at a local cat cafe. Good luck to you, my guy, John. You get me? Hope you make all the cats laugh. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you, my guy. Tom Little and the Sorcerer's Calculator is what Fonzie is saying. Yep. That's what Tom is on right there. All the calculations. Hey. Big up to Darmendra who says Shirk is a game changer, pure technique. Coutinho like he can change games. His work rate bad. Karkas for Kelleher. Kepa on loan from Chelsea. Okay, see
what?
You completely had me in the first half. You should have stopped the super chat at technique.
If I ever see Kepa at Liverpool Football Club, I'm going to lose my mind.
This is worse than anything Tom's ever suggested, by the way.
I'll get
Darmendra, you're on Ray Ray level right now. Completely.
That could never happen. Kepa.
No, I would lose it. I would lose it.
Listen, just next time, just send the first sentence. Shirk is a game changer, pure technique. We go like, oh wow, Darmendra knows ball. After that, erase. like you said. Top 3 things you love about Slot. Also, I'm winning. What is this? This a romantic movie or things? Like, what's the top 3 things you like about me? Like, what kind of bullshit is this? The 3 things I like about Slot is the fact that he goes defensive in games when he needs to, the rotation, and how honest he is in press conference.
Rotation's a strong word. Ryan Gravenberch just not been allowed the game off.
No, he's rotated him even for Plymouth and stuff. When me and you defended the club on the terrace and stuff, we're like, oh, they should have taken the FA Cup seriously. Yeah, hold that, mate. Yeah, hold that. Sherky is 5'10". He'll be fine. Is what Don want to say.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine physically.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's a bit too much.
And when we get caught, when we lose the ball and we need to track back, and I'm watching Ryan Sherky walk backwards. Oh my god, I'm all right, you know.
Tom is a spicy Scouse hipster, Mike Das.
Right,
oh,
Fonzie, I'm all for a laughing a joke on this channel. You know, take the piss out of me, but that's too far, though.
Mike,
That's
I know
too
you're
far.
listening in the somewhere.
Mike.
Don't have it, Mike. Don't have it.
That's
Yeah,
too
me
far,
big up
though.
Mike Das. Big up Mike Das. I do agree though; they're very similar. Cal thinking Virgil van Dijk is gone is good news for us. To be fair, yeah, because it means he's gonna stay. Do you also can you say that Salah is gone? Say Salah is gone, please.
No, I have.
That's crazy.
Perfect.
No, I do actually think the 3 contracts don't get renewed.
Yes, they're gonna stay, guys. They're gonna stay. Let's go. Thoughts on
And
Scholetterbeck?
Cal,
Big up Husam.
just
Norshin,
for like,
just go back. I promise you, we had a whole section on Scholetterbeck and transfers and stuff like this. Thank you for the super chat. Just go back and watch it. I do want to get to the football, Tom, please, because we have to talk about it. Let's talk about the game tonight against Paris Saint-Germain, and we'll talk about the Carabao Cup final as well. So let's just kind of talk a bit about both games, our feelings heading into both games and stuff like that. So, Matt, let me start off with you.
Yeah. So
Talk to me about the football, PSG.
Yeah. Game tonight. It's going to be a tough game. I know PSG have been talking a lot. They've been talking a lot of smoke. I'll be real with you. We have to humble them. Is it going to be straightforward? No. I think they're going to score. I actually think they're going to dominate possession, if I'm being honest, and we're going to have to play a bit of counter-attack, something which we're getting better at, and we've seen it a few times this season. I don't expect it to be, like under Klopp, but back in the day, it'll be like, the crowd and everything cheer up the team, and like we just overpower the other team. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be like PSG got the ball and we've got to pick and choose our moments when we attack. And here's the thing, they need a goal even to like make this interesting. So they're going to go forward. They're going to put us under a lot of pressure. However, I do feel like we should still win this game. It could be a 2-1 though. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0, or I don't think we'll even get a clean sheet. I think they will definitely score because we have to keep it apart. If it wasn't for Alisson Becker last week, they score. Like they just score.
Of course,
I mean, Alisson Becker was the difference between the two teams, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I know we got the winner, but Alisson Becker was the reason why we even had a chance. Going into the final, obviously for the Carabao Cup now, that's a completely different game. That's a game where I expect us to dominate the ball more so. And in that one, yes, I think we can see it again. However, I'm more confident about the final than I am about tonight, believe it or not. I don't know why. I just feel like with Newcastle, we're going to have to play against Newcastle. I don't think Eddie Howe's going to spring. He's not a tactician masterclass where he's going to spring something crazy. I think Isak is back, right? Isak is back. Yeah. Anthony Gordon's missing. But without Gordon, in my opinion,
no Lewis Hall either. So
Lewis Hall was lost to their left side.
No Botman either. Botman's out injured as well.
So their whole left
side. Is Isak gonna play or no?
Yeah, he's back.
He played yesterday, no?
Yeah,
Isak is back.
Night,
yeah, Isak's fine. I don't know why. Isak's been fine for a while.
Okay. Carry on.
It's all the others that are fucked.
So yeah, that's why I think.
Back as well.
Yeah, we win both games. But I just think the Newcastle one, I'm a little bit more. What's the word I'd say? Confident about. I'm more confident about the Newcastle game. PSG game, I'm just a little bit nervous because I know how dangerous they can be, bro. And we saw that. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think any Liverpool fans should be sitting there thinking we're just going to smack them up. I could be so wrong, by the way. I just don't see us smacking them up very, very easy like that. So we have to wait and see, bro.
This is one of the rare occasions where me and you are going to disagree. I think we're gonna slap the shit out of PSG tonight. I am
Swear
genuinely.
down. But what gives
I
you
am
that?
actually
You
okay.
said
You know,
it
yesterday I
before,
said it to
Sam.
the PSG. I said it to the. I'm not a jinx like you. I said it to the PSG international guy today, yesterday when I did the interview with Mo. You played at a like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 level. We played at a 1 out of 10 and we won 1-0. Yeah, like are we deeping how mad that is? Like they played so well and we played so dog shit and we still ended up winning 1-0. Like you deep that concept. Like that concept is scary. So if we play, we're never gonna play that bad and they're never gonna play that good. If we play just like 5 levels above, like we just play at a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, and they play just 2-3 levels below, like they play at a 6 or a 5, we're gonna slap them. I'm genuinely not worried because Salah ain't gonna have a bad game like that again. Gravenberg ain't gonna have a bad game like that again. You know, Robertson and Trent in the first half maybe weren't on it. Second half they were completely on it. So you know, first half maybe they weren't on it like that. McAllister kind of just strolled through a little bit. Szoboszlai was shit. Like the whole team was crap, and we still ended up winning 1-0. Which is why I'm very confident about the result. You know, I actually predicted 4-1 win.
Oh,
4-1 win.
Hold on, what did you say?
I said 4-1 win.
oh my goodness. What time can you have a cigarette?
What time can I have a cigarette? After an hour.
Yeah, you need it.
Gabs, he wasn't right last week when we done the predictions for the first leg of PSG. Didn't say 1-0.
You remember the Chelsea one, Tom? Do you remember the Chelsea prediction earlier in the season?
Oh, I remember him after the Chelsea prediction. I'm sorry, Chelsea. I'm sorry, Palmer. I'm sorry, guys. You'll win the title next year. Oh, I'm so scared of Chelsea. Where are they now? 4th.
You wanted Mason Mount at Liverpool Football Club. You wanted Cheikh Doucouré at Liverpool Football Club. You said you would do things to Alisson when he's a Christian man who baptizes players and is married with children. The level of disrespect to the Brazilian people and the level of disrespect to the great Alisson Becker, to think that he would look at you in any way, shape, or form like that when he's married by a beautiful Brazilian wife. The level of disrespect.
Why should I go? I was just saying that, like,
you said Nunes is going to score plenty of goals this season. Where is the plenty of goals, mate? Nowhere to be found, mate. And then you pretend that you wanted them sold. You said Kwanzaa's better than Konate. You want to go there? Let's not go there. The reason why I said that about Chelsea is I said we're going to slap them. And if we don't score 3 or more, I'm going to say I apologize to you, which is I'm a man of my word and I stuck by it. We didn't win by 3 goals or more. So I was like, listen, Chelsea fans, I underestimated you guys. And by the way, until this second, can I give you an unpopular opinion, which proves my point was right? Chelsea fans refer to that game as a measuring stick for how good they were. Like they were actually amazing in that game. And that was probably tactically the best game of the whole season. Go on. I dare you name one tactically better game.
What, from both
you
teams?
Can't. Exactly. Shut your ass up then.
No, I mean,
try to catch me out. Every time you try to catch me out and I just destroy you,
no,
bro.
because
you're
buying into the Chelsea PR. When we say best game of the season, they had 2 chances in the whole game.
No, I'm saying overall it was an amazing game to watch, and like it was just tactically elite, and like it was very enjoyable. What do you mean? They're not saying anything bad about
you're saying it's a barometer for where they were. They lost, and
it's not a barometer.
Didn't deserve to win.
I'm saying Chelsea fans using it as a barometer for how good they were this season. They fell off, and if they do sign the 3 world-class players that I said they should. So if Chelsea sign 3 win-now players, you think they can challenge? Are you mad?
Chelsea won't win the league next year, regardless of who they
sign. But it's not about win. So if I said Chelsea are gonna sign Maignan, which they need, Bastoni and Osimhen, they can't challenge, according to you.
They don't finish ahead of us next year, even if they sign them.
Yeah, Habibi, that's not the point. I said challenge.
That's what challenging for a league is.
No, challenging is not winning. It's 2 different things. Stop trying to be a smart ass.
Look at your biggest mistake.
My name is Dev T Red. Like I'm this elite super fan. You are God sent, Dev D Red. You know there is no one. Wow, Husam predicted the team in second to come first this season. Sue me, hang me in the streets, push me off a hill. Oh my God, I said the team in second is gonna finish first. How dare I? When the team that finished 5th and 3rd 2 years in a row signed no one but a name that's so 2020 in Chiesa. I didn't think we're gonna win the league. I'm so sorry, Dev dear. I apologize. I'm not as much as a super fan as you. Shut your ass up. Anyway, let's go back to this PSG game. Go ahead, Tom. Talk to me. Mr. Not Tom. Callum. Go ahead, Callum. Talk.
I completely agree with Matt. I think it's gonna be a tough game. I think we win the game 2-0 or 2-1, and I do think we go through, but it's going to be a very tough game. I also think the Newcastle game is going to be extremely tough as well. And I hope we took heed of the last time we played Newcastle in the league, where Callum Wilson got in a couple of times and could have scored. Because if we give Isak that time and space, he will punish us. So we have to be on our P's and Q's for that game. But as long as we do our business again, if we play to a level that matches or betters the team we play against, then we win those games. So I'm expecting 2 wins, but I don't think either game will be easy. And I actually think the fact that Newcastle got injuries will make them more difficult to play against.
I guess the thing is as well for tonight's game, we need to keep in mind a draw puts us through. By the way,
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
we just need to not lose.
Yeah,
I saw what you said on Terrace yesterday, which you could have just said as a smart man instead of just coming at me like, "Oh, you apologize to Chelsea," like a bum. Because I just spoken about.
It was brought up. Sam, you know you shouldn't have apologized to Chelsea because you were right about Pochettino.
I was, but
That's
you know
why
what
you
it is.
shouldn't apologize.
But I told you I was gaslit by Footy Judge Mo. I told you this guy every day he told me I got gaslit. He convinced me that Chelsea is like this elite.
But we tried to help you, Sam. We tried to help you.
We tried to warn you that they're not there yet.
Nah, it's true, you know, bro. Kept on saying their defense is just not it. It's never gonna be it.
For a man who works with Footy Judge Mo so much, I can't believe you let him gaslight you.
Yeah, but like every day when I did MHF and stuff with them, it's like, oh, you see how Chelsea won again today? Like we are. By the way, there's many people who fell for the Chelsea thing. At some point in time, they were 2 points behind us, bro. I was doing Chelsea hate watches for the title. I swear.
Yeah,
I was doing title race videos with Chelsea fans, bro.
Yeah, but
like
this is why the table's false.
They never worried me though. Chelsea never worried me.
Manchester United have spent more days top of the league than Arsenal have this year.
Yeah. Do you know what? Also, on that
this
Arsenal
is why
thing,
I don't look at that table before the new year.
I'm with Husam with the Arsenal thing as well, because I've been cooked by some Liverpool fans for saying I thought Arsenal would win the league.
Callum's been cooked.
When do I not? But like I do agree that we weren't meant to win this league this season.
Yeah.
We were not meant to win the league this season. We've outperformed and overperformed, in my opinion, to what we should have actually accomplished this season. Not complain about it, obviously, but it wasn't meant to be Arsenal or Man City's league. The moment Rodri got injured, it was meant to be Arsenal's league. So I don't think predicting Arsenal at the beginning of the season was a crazy thing to do.
No, it wasn't.
Do you guys think we're sat here on next Tuesday with a trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All confident, all in agreement, and I'm gonna agree as well. I think we're gonna win the League Cup as well. So yeah. Let me just do these 2 super chats, then we're gonna end the stream. Kepa on loan to Bournemouth from Chelsea, and we can sell Keller to them, not buy Kepa. This will give us money as well.
No, because if we get Kepa, then he's gonna cost us points.
I don't want Kepa anywhere near AXA.
No.
Why would we need Kepa anyway? We've got Mamad Dashvili coming into the place.
I'd rather use the goalkeeping coach. What's his name?
I'd rather use me.
Do you know? Yeah, bro. Like,
Taffarel. Is Taffarel still our goalkeeper?
I think he might.
Run
it back. Taffarel, 1994 World Cup.
Run it back. I'm down.
Taffarel, one of the greatest ever keepers, by the way.
Yeah.
Big up to you, Drarmendra. But Chath's been playing left centre back. Just wait for he'll be like a new signing shouts when we mess up the Hoyson deal, is what the slot era is saying. I mean, listen, the fact that he got loaned out and then the loan was rescinded and he got loaned out to another place after in Las Palmas.
This is what I'm saying.
Does not fill me with the most confidence, regarding this whole thing.
It also doesn't help that we haven't heard a positive story about him for over a year. All the stories I hear is that he's got attitude problems and that he was a nuisance in pre-season.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what to say.
He's believing his own hype, or some people's hype.
Haters. Bunch of haters.
Some people's hype.
Bunch of haters.
Right, Cal, how much do you have invested in Stefan Bajcetic stocks at this point?
Oh, he bought all the stocks.
He don't want to admit that. It's probably more than
Callum's
guy,
moving like a man who's put life savings that he doesn't have into some stocks that aren't working out.
No, it wasn't Morton. It's Musiałowski.
No, Morton as well, though.
Yeah, Morton, yeah.
Don't tell me you bought into the Musiałowski and Balagizi hype in like 2020.
No, can I actually? No, let me not even say nothing. Let me not even say that.
Oh my God! The more I unpack every week, Callum, I'm gonna get you a crimes list.
No, you won't have enough.
No,
time.
Armendra, we can read. We understand. It's not about costing us money. It's about costing us points. I don't want Kepa to be anywhere near Liverpool Football Club, not as a backup goalkeeper, not as anything. I don't want to use him as part of the deal. If Bournemouth want Kelleher, give them Kelleher and bring anyone else from Bournemouth but like him. Even if you want to bring Zabarni, even if you want to bring Hoyson, you want to bring Kerkez, you want to bring bloody Justin Kluivert, bring anyone but don't bring me Kepa. So we can read properly, but we don't want him even on loan. You get me? That's the response. Because he's shit. That's why. I was watching Mo's show with Tom, and the panel was saying that Anfield United Champions League is not really a thing, but couldn't explain Chelsea 2004. What show is this talking about?
Yesterday, they were saying.
I hope you cooked.
I just said that, look, you can't downplay what Anfield is. It's possibly the greatest place to go on a European night. And I think we end up getting to the point of Arsenal versus Liverpool Champions League semi-final. I don't know how we end up there because it's not going to happen. But Mo was running this thing of, it's not a Champions League night if you play a team from your own country. And I go, when we played Chelsea in 2004, we got beat every single time we played them until it got to the Champions League.
Exactly.
When we played Arsenal in the Champions League, asked them if it was a Champions League night.
Yep. Man City in the Champions League, they were on course for 100 points. When we beat them in the league, it was by a shootout and them not taking chances. When we beat them in the Champions League, it was an utter demolition job, home and away. Champions League is different, but these clubs that don't understand Champions League heritage, and one Champions League is not Champions League heritage, two Champions League is not Champions League heritage. When you're sitting there with the big boys at the big table, when you get to keep the actual trophy in your trophy cabinet, when your club museum is showcasing the actual trophy, and not some little plastic replica, that's when you got heritage. That's when we're serious. That's when you'll understand what it means. Not this. Oh, it's just the same. It's a.
Darmendra, you're missing the point. Now you're the one who has comprehension skills. We get. Okay. Kepa goes back to Chelsea. We sell Kelleher to Bournemouth. Use him to get Kerkez. Oh, that's why he said we had comprehension issues. You fraud. You also can't
You're the one who
English is your first language.
Do you know what?
Do you know
what it is? I went back to read it, and now so basically what it is, when he said it, we just saw Kepa.
We crashed
out.
We just
It was
bloody. You go back and read it, he's actually making sense because Kepa is on loan to Bournemouth.
Yes,
he's on loan.
This is his initial super chat.
My bad.
Callum did this.
We apologize.
Kepa. And then after that, we all went mad as soon as we heard the word Kepa. So actually, everyone's saying
I don't do like that. I wasn't.
No, it's true. This is his first super chat. Shirky is a game changer. Pure technique. Continue. Like he can change games. His work rate bad. Kerkez for Kelleher. Kepa on loan from Chelsea. He's saying.
Yeah,
so
but I can see why you would
goes to Bournemouth.
No, but I could see why you could misread that.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing we lose Kelleher and then Kepa on loan from Chelsea. It's like, and then we'll just get Kepa on loan from Chelsea. And what is the relevance of this?
Boys,
you're riding his neck right now.
Tom,
you're riding his neck right now.
We need to get that picture deleted off the internet, bro.
No, keep it there. Master it.
This is the final switch that I'm ending the stream.
Let's get the
For once this season, only this game, when we play heavy metal football, just give PSG we played heavy metal football a couple of times as well. We have.
I think if you play heavy metal football or you play into PSG's hands, they want the game to be.
Yes, I think we're going to be a bit more brain. Use your brain, mate. You get me? Don't worry. We're going to be smart. Big up to you, Haggis Snow. Listen, this has been an absolutely incredible stream. Make sure you guys are liking the video on your way out. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. The Sanderson Show, the Matt One Show, the Kopish, and Tom Little with the one on YouTube, Insta, Twitter, the works is all in the description. Go give them all a subscribe. I'm going to be back for Liverpool PSG. Also, the stream's going to take you over to the terrace for the Straight Facts show. So, yeah, love you all.